just want to get those starters too. Oh yeah, because the seniors will be starting tonight.
Yeah. That's a good thing for Northeastern, though. A lot of the regular starters are still like juniors and sophomores. So you get 0, 10.
Oh, not Bell, not Bell.
Coming at you live once again out of Eagleville for the final regular season game of the 2025-2026 season. Jarvis Riddick here alongside my broadcast partner and ECSU women's basketball player Karina Scott, bring you the final regular season game for the Northeastern Eagles on their senior night. And speaking of senior night, they're getting ready to start some presentations now. You have head coach of the Eagles, Ronald Nixon, at the middle of the court, ready to greet some of the students for this team. We'll give you some of those seniors that graduated in a moment from the men and the women's team. They're starting to announce those now. The Eagles also looking to get a clean 3-0 sweep tonight on their floor as the JV boys won and the varsity girls won 55-35. Let's see if the varsity boys can be able to complete the 3-0 sweep as they're starting this one now. Eagles coming into this contest 15-3 after a defeat of 63-55 versus the Gators of Martin County. And in that game, Kylan Moore led all scorers with about 17 points and shot 6 of 7 from that free throw line. Also, the Pasquotank Panthers, they managed to snap their 3-game losing streak after an 89-72 victory versus the Caratuck Knights. And in that contest, Brandon Smith had a monster game, scoring about 30 points, shooting of 10 of 14 from the field and 10 of 11 from the free throw line in a very efficient night, as they're just going to open the floodgates and let all these seniors come out now. I believe they're going to announce them once they all get on the court. Now, really packed house, like all of us, and like just here bringing you the podcast, but just everybody outside of the fans had difficulties parking getting into this contest as they're bringing in more and more seniors. It seems like instead of them just having a few parents out there, a lot of these seniors bringing out their entire families, Karina. We're also providing you streaming coverage, so if you want to see the senior presentation, you can actually watch us on our YouTube channel as well. That YouTube channel is WRVS-89.9. Once again, we're very grateful to be able to bring you basketball coverage on two fronts, whether it's audio only on the radio side or watching the video stream. Also, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that watched our last game against Pasquotank and the Northeastern Eagles on the stream as well. Your support was greatly appreciated, as I believe they brought out the last few seniors. And before this game starts, we also want to give some recognition to the seniors as well on the men and women's side. So for your varsity girls, those seniors graduating will be Gabby Fergus, Madison Montgomery, Kaylee Jones, Kai Riddick, Yaya, Destiny Banks, I believe MC Harrell, I don't know her full name, Jemiah White, Kwanye Felton, it's a women's basketball player with the last name Glasper. We haven't gotten her first name. Amani Saunders and Patience Thomas will be all the seniors for the varsity girls team. And for your varsity boys team, you have Jalen Barcliff, Makai Baum, Owen Collins, Kylan Moore, Dominic Stallings, Zacoby Whitby, Isaiah Pruden, Derek Ravel, and Trayvon Sessoms. As all the seniors now out on the court, getting lined up for a few pictures as they'll play their final game in the gymnasium for the Eagles. The Eagles also have a record of 7-2 in the conference. The Pasquotank Panthers 3-6 in conference play as well for an important matchup for this Eagles team after that defeat versus the Martin County Gators. Martin County is in the driver's seat now with an 8-1 record, and they'll be in action against Hertford County, so I'm pretty sure that the Eagles will be rooting very heavily for the Hertford County Bears to be able to clinch out a victory, and that way they can at least tie up the series. They're split 1-1 with Martin County in that contest. Also, while we have a little time, Karina, as well, for this final regular season game, I know you've been anticipating this one a lot as well. What are some of your thoughts on some of your keys to victories in this contest?
Yes, definitely going to be an exciting and another intense game, probably even more than last time, as we're in a bigger space, but still equally packed as it was in Pasquotank. I always say it's super hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. So in order for the Eagles to make that 3-0 sweep, they're definitely going to have to contain Brandon Smith, as he is their best player and leading scorer. You're going to have to keep Spencer off the glass, as he had 13 rebounds, 5 of them being offensive last game. You're going to have to keep him off the boards. You cannot have one person having that many rebounds. And of course, you're going to have to give Trey Barnes a shot fake, as he's the ultimate paint protector. He blocks every shot that comes his way. On the flip side, for Pasquotank to get that victory in, they're going to have to keep Stallings out of the paint. He is their playmaker. Of course, with that left hand, he's lethal. He can also score, so keep him, kind of force him to use that right side and keep him out of the paint. You're going to have to keep McNeil and Williams off the glass as well. They both had 10 rebounds, and that's what they do. They rebound the ball, so keep them off the glass, and this should be a tough game either way.
Yep, and speaking of, the Panthers almost was able to prevent McNeil and Williams from getting a few more fouls in that game, as one way they managed to stop Mekhi Williams from getting more boards was they got him into foul trouble. He had 4 fouls in that contest, and part of that too in that game was because Tavon Bell, he got in a bit of foul trouble as well. He was supposed to be his substitute. They were going in back and forth in a rotation, but Tavon Bell got in foul trouble himself too prematurely, and it ended up causing Mekhi Williams to get back in the game earlier. As they're about to call out these starting lineups now, we'll call it out with them. So with that being said, starting for the Pasquotank Panthers, you have starting at the wing will be number 11, DeTravian Simpson. Also another wing player starting is number 12, Brandon Smith. At the forward position will be number 20, Tashawn Spencer. Also at the guard will be number 30, Jayon Harris. And at the center will be number 34, Trey Barnes. And for your Northeastern Eagles, you have starting as number 0, Jacoby Whidbey. Also starting for the Eagles is number 10, Colin Moore. Starting for your Eagles is number 11, Mekhi Baum. And you can tell from the huge ovations from the crowd, you already know who's starting off this game. Number 12, Dominic Stallings will be in. Also starting for the Eagles as well will be number 23, Jalen Barclay. As the Eagles, they'll be in this contest with their white jerseys with the green trim and gold numbers. And also Pasquotank rocking the black uniforms with the white trim and white and black numbers as well. Looks like number 34, Trey Barnes, of course, will meet at the middle of the court for the tip-off. As the Kobe Whidbey, he'll come out on the row of cheerleaders a little slowly on this side. He probably just basking in his last starting performance, at least for the regular season, for the Eagles. Now, he probably will play a few more games, maybe in Elizabeth City at the Eagle Stadium due to the conference tournament coming up soon, and for the state playoffs with a great record that they have now, 15-3. More than likely, they probably will host a home playoff game.
Jarvis, I'm super interested to see, Pasquotank having their regular starting lineup, but the Eagles have a different starting lineup. So I'm interested to see if this will kind of affect the way that they start off this contest, or kind of what momentum is brought with this being a full senior lineup, experience, and also it being their night. So they have, they're feeling good, they're feeling in rhythm already. So I'm interested to see how this game starts off.
Yep, as number 23, Jalen Barclay will meet Trey Barnes for the tip-off. And, of course, Trey Barnes, he'll win that tip and pass it to DeTravian Simpson, who misses the shot. And Harris tried to tip that to a black jersey that went out of bounds. As we're trying to get an eye on where that possession was at. The possession will stay with the Panthers. Looks like Smith will inbound that one to Simpson. He'll give it to Jayon Harris. He'll pass that one down low to Barnes, who's guarded by Stallings. He'll go up with the spin move, finish with the left hand, and he'll strike first for both teams. The Panthers leading this one 2-0. He'll pass this one to Whidbey, bringing his court up, going left to right on your radio dial. He's guarded by number 30, Jayon Harris. He'll pass this one back to Colin Moore. Moore and Whidbey, the two usual seniors in the starting lineup.
They're probably going to have to start this one with kind of on their back, as they have more experience than the others being on the floor, especially this early in the game to start off the game.
If that's we get a missed shot from the Eagles, the Panthers will bring it going right to left. They're going to get a missed shot, I believe, from Brandon Smith. Jacoby Whidbey will come away with the rebound. As Whidbey will pass that one to Moore, who pulls from the left wing. That one will bounce off. Jayon Harris gets the rebound. They'll pass that one to Brandon Smith, where they attempted to. We got a few white jerseys down there hustling for that loose ball, and it looks like Dominic Stallings will be the one to recover it. That high energy play and the high energy effort elevating the energy inside of the Eagles gymnasium. As we get a host of substitutions now, a few seniors will check out, but coming in their place will be number 5, Jaquil Stallings. Also coming in for the Eagles will be number 3, Damari McNeil. Also in for the Eagles is number 2, Tavon Bell, and Colin Moore and Zacoby Whitby will stay on the floor. As we get a missed 3-point shot from Jaquil Stallings. And we're going to get a quick putback from the Eagles. I believe that might have been McNeil or Bell on that second chance made. Tying this game up now 2-2.
Got the original regular Eagles group out there now. So let's see how this flow changes things.
This is the team now that's probably more familiar with each other than other teams. The first matchup was around December, I believe December 28th during the Christmas tournament at Hertford County. Then their second meeting was on January 27th at Pasquotank. This third matchup is now in Eagleville today on February 12th. As Simpson comes away with that rebound after the missed shot from Northeastern. He's guarded by Zacoby Whitby. Brandon Smith guarded by Jaquil Stallings. That'll be an interesting matchup as well, as he'll hand that one to Barnes, guarded by McNeil. They'll try to shoot under him. And I believe they'll call a shooting foul against McNeil, sending Trey Barnes to the free throw line. Trey Barnes shooting at 59% on the season so far. He's getting set to take that first one. It goes in. Pasquotank now with a 3-2 lead. And he'll get ready to take that second one. Just a lot of energy inside of this gymnasium. A lot of people around. Some people just standing all over the court because there's pretty much no available seats left. As Jaquil Stallings will bring this one up. About 5 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Bell will find McNeil down low for a quick turnaround, but Bell is there to clean up the play, making this one now a 4-4 game, all tied up.
Another putback. He's cleaning up the boards for sure.
Great of Bell to be able to stay with the play as well, not automatically going back on defense, fighting to get that board and going back up. As Moore will make that jump shot over Barnes.
Moore is definitely someone you don't want to get started. Again, it's his senior night, and he's the best shooter on this Eagles team, so you definitely don't want to give him any wide open looks at the basket.
As Harris finds Barnes down low, and then Bell gets a block on the game as well. That'll be his first block of the night. He almost got a second one, but Pasquotank was a bit too quick on that layup now, tying this one up again, 6-6. As Tavon Bell does a bit of a Euro step, he'll lose the ball. And I believe they'll say that'll be tipped against Pasquotank, giving the ball back to Northeastern. Tavon Bell inbound in this one. He'll give it to Jaquil Stallings, who's guarded by DeTravian Simpson. He'll pass it back to Bell, who pulls from that right wing a bit too hard on the shot, goes past the rim. McNeil is there, though, to get the offensive rebound. Like we mentioned earlier, he had a good rebound at last outing against Pasquotank. As Stallings, he'll miss the layup, and McNeil gets another offensive board. And Whitby, he'll dribble in with the floater, giving the Eagles now an 8-6 lead as we approach the 4-minute mark in the game.
Perfect decision. Last game, his three-point shot wasn't falling, but downhill works for him. That's kind of getting his points, especially seeing the ball go in the hoop early. That'll be good for Whitby.
Yeah, I believe you need to get him going as well. Let him get hot. If we get another shot that rims out, I believe that was Jayon Harris on that one.
Great finish.
Yep. A quick layup from Stallings. That's another player you don't want to get hot if you're the Panthers either. One of the team's leading scorers. The third one to be more precise.
He's lethal in transition. He really knows how to use his body and get into his defenders. I mean, he could get a lot of and ones, but I think the rest are just kind of letting them play, but he can still finish through it.
As Brandon Smith, he'll miss that jump shot, but we're going to get a missed dunk as well after the rebound from Trey Barnes. He'll miss that one. Northeastern in transition. They're not going to call the foul on Bell on that layup, but according to the officials, they don't think it's a foul at all as Harris, he'll get fouled by McNeil, and he'll go back to the line. I believe Coach Nixon is in complete disbelief over that call. Ronald Nixon, the head coach for the Northeastern Eagles. Also, LaKendrick Lee is the head coach for the Pasquotank Panthers. As Jayon Harris makes that first free throw as we get near the 3-minute mark in this contest. Eagles leading this one 10-7. As Harris will get set to take the second one. We'll have a substitution coming in soon, and we already had one, I believe, came actually. Tashawn Spencer's already been in here, but he's had a quiet start so far as Harris misses the second free throw. And with a weird bounce, Tavon Bell missed the rebound. I believe Trey Barnes managed to get it, and then he got fouled on the putback. He doesn't make the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line again, this time for free throws 3 and 4. As Trey Barnes will make that first free throw. As we're going to get a substitution now as number 22, Jamari Hill, will make his way in for Tashawn Spencer. Trey Barnes getting ready for the second free throw, which is a make now. So now the Eagles leading this one 10-9.
Pasquotank sitting in that press just to kind of slow the ball down. They're not being too aggressive, not looking to trap or turn them over, speed them up, just kind of contain them in that backcourt.
Also made him settle for a shot as Tavon Bell missed that three-pointer from the top of the key, but the Eagles managed to come away with the offensive rebound, and this time Whitby will miss a three-point shot as well, but McNeil comes away with another offensive rebound. And now Colin Moore will have a crack at it. He'll miss the three-point shot, unfortunately for the Eagles. As Pasquotank will be in transition now. They'll miss that shot. Trey Barnes, he gets the second chance opportunity. I believe Tavon Bell was there for the rejection. We're going to get a substitution for the Eagles now as Makai Williams will make his way in for Damari McNeil. They're going to inbound this one to Trey Barnes. He passes it to Smith. He's guarded by Zacoby Whitby. He's going to pass this one to Jayon Harris for the turnaround jumper. He connects this time, adding 2 more points on the board now for the Panthers.
Shot.
Panthers will take the lead back now, leading this one 11-10. As Tavon Bell, he'll get fouled on that layup. They'll have an opportunity to put 2 more points on the board, depending on how these next series of free throws will turn out. Take his time with that one. He'll miss that one. That one a bit short. Last time they played, Pasquotank didn't shoot too well from the free throw line, shooting 5 of 16 from that charity strike. And out of those 5, Jaquil Stallings were responsible for 3 of those, but it came at the most opportune time. He got those in clutch time to seal the game away. As Bell will miss both free throws, but Jaquil Stallings is there for the second chance opportunity. He'll get that offensive rebound.
As a coach, you hate the offense getting a rebound off of the free throw line. That should never happen.
As this time, Tavon Bell, he missed the first layup opportunity. He got his own rebound. He'll go back up, giving the Eagles now a 12-11 lead as we get near a minute and a half in his first quarter of action. Brandon Smith guarded by Zacoby Whidbey. Smith has been quiet on the quarter so far as well.
He's been being aggressive, but it just hasn't been falling for him. You can kind of attribute that maybe to the defense as well.
But that Stallings came away with the steal on Smith. He'll pass that one to Whidbey, giving him 2 more points. As even though Coach Nixon might like the effort from Bell, he might not like the call from the officials.
Another thing I like that the officials are letting them play. Not too many fouls. You kind of saw them being rough with each other, maybe a possible offensive foul as well, a charge. But I think the refs are letting them play, which I really like, kind of fits this atmosphere.
Yeah, I do like, especially with a game, like you said, with the stakes that we have, as Bell gets another block. I believe that's his 3rd block now, if we're correct. Eagles almost came away with that loose ball. We're going to get a jump ball now. I believe they'll say the possession will stay with Pasquotank now, as Brandon Smith will be the one to inbound this ball.
I don't think it's a smart idea to go up against Bell without at least giving him a shot fake.
Yeah, at this point now, yeah, especially he's just there patrolling the paint. As they'll hand it down low actually to Barnes. He had to pass that one immediately, met with nothing but giants. But Jamari Hill is there to take advantage of the confusion. And he'll go up with 2 more points now, making this one a 14-13 lead for the Eagles. As we're going to get a foul against Jaquil Stallings on that Euro step. See, Coach Lee was saying it was a travel, but they're going to let Stallings go to the free throw line yet again. Jaquil Stallings on the season shooting 67% from that charity stripe. He'll make the first free throw. He'll step back to that 3-point line a little bit. I noticed a lot of players have been doing that as well. I've seen Barnes do that once. Maybe it's some sort of technique that they have to help them sink their free throws, but if it works for them, it works. So second free throw goes in as well. 2 for 2 on that series.
Stallings, their second best free throw shooter at 67%. So someone you don't want to send to the line that often.
Especially if this game gets to a close situation.
Absolutely.
They'll pass that one to Jayon Harris. He'll pass that one to Hill again. He'll go up on Bell. Bell doesn't get the block, but he does alter the shot. As I say, that one went out of bounds against the Eagles.
Blocks are really good for Bell, but you don't want him getting in foul trouble again. You want him to play as many minutes as he can in a game like this.
Okay. Simpson now. He'll pull up with a 3. That one to hit under the backboard. Speaking of backboards as well, it looked like Tavon Bell, he may have gotten fouled on that last second heave. That's an unfortunate mistake for Pasquotank, as I believe he got fouled on that shot with 0.2 seconds left. And that'll be 3 free throws for him as well. So may have been a bad mistake for the Panthers.
Definitely. You can't foul a jump shooter on a heaved shot like that at the end of the quarter. That's just easy free buckets you're giving them, and you picked up a foul.
As he'll go up for this first free throw. That one goes in. He'll make the second free throw. He's 2 of 2 now.
I know sometimes as a player, you kind of just do those air fives, even if your teammates aren't there with you on the line, just kind of out of routine.
Yeah, let's see if it can go a perfect 3 for 3, and which he does. So now that makes the mistake look really bad now for Pasquotank. Not only do you foul him, but then he makes all 3 free throws. So that's almost like he hit the last second shot,
right,
giving him a 2-possession lead. We're going to take a quick break in the meantime, though, but stay tuned for more basketball action for this inner city rivalry only on WRVS 89.9, whether it's on the radio or on the YouTube channel. We'll be back in a few. Now as we're starting the second quarter, Eagles up 19-15. We came back in right at the right time as Colin Moore makes the triple, giving the Eagles now a 22-15 lead.
That was a highly contested shot, too. He's just got such a quick release. If you're not there on the catch, he's going to spray you.
And Colin Moore, you see as well, that's one of his favorite spots to go. That area on the left wing and in those corners, got to keep an eye on him. As we get a turnover against Pasquotank. The turnover was on Smith to be more specific. Giving the ball back to the Eagles. Looks like Jaquil Stallings will be the one bringing this ball up.
And that's the right read on a player like Smith. You want to step up and take that charge on him if you can, especially when he's coming at you, you know, full force.
As we're going to get this one to Bill in that left corner. Jaquil Stallings with the pull-up jumper. That goes in yet again, and it seems like the Eagles really starting to take control of this game now. As now you have Brandon Smith guarded by Tavon Bill. He'll go in on 3 white jerseys. He'll miss that one. And Jayon Harris, I believe they said they fouled Bill with an over-the-back foul. As Bill will inbound this one to Stallings now. Stallings going left to right on your radio dial. Once again, we appreciate you all listening out there, whether it's on WRVS 89.9 or listening to us on YouTube and watching the game as we get another pull-up jump shot from Colin Moore.
That was a perfect read. Once you set that screen, if they don't stick with you, you slip. He found that sweet spot. Nice touch on the jumper. All net.
Hey, give us a little bit more info, Karina. Though, what do you think about this second quarter so far? Though, what do you think's causing Northeastern to do so well now at the start of the quarter.
They're sharing the ball really well, and they're doing a really good job on the glass. And defensively, I mean, they're stopping Smith. I don't think he's scored yet, which is unlike him. They're making other people have to make those decisions and scores, and they haven't been finding too much success at it, and they're cleaning up those boards. I think they can send, don't continue to send Pasquotank to the line, but they're doing a really good job in this contest. If you're Pasquotank, you want to start incorporating Trey Barnes into the game more, get him some more post touches, maybe get a two-man game with him and Smith. So you got a pick and roll action to look at, and then utilize Jayon Harris. He's shooting about a really good clip from the three, so you definitely want to utilize him to spread the floor out.
Absolutely. Now it looks like both teams will be coming back from that break. Eagles up now 26-15, leading this one by 11. It's been the largest lead so far in the contest. As Harris will go up on Williams. Williams will get the rebound. He'll find Stallings. Only one man left to beat. He gets the shot swatted by Trey Barnes. We haven't heard Trey Barnes getting any rejection so far, but he's starting it off now. Actually, that'll be Ryan Whitby going up on a layup in transition, though. They'll say that ball that went out of bounds when the missed shot was last touched by the Eagles. Giving that ball right back to Pasquotank. He's going to inbound this one out of Jayon Harris. Jayon Harris has really emerged now, too, as a good scoring option for this team. If I had to guess who's their third scoring option, it would be him now. Averaging close to those double figures.
Absolutely, and he usually makes good decisions offensively as well.
Yep, he'll miss that jump shot. Williams tries to get the last second save.
Good hustle attempt, good hustle attempt.
They'll say that was last touch by Northeastern. Lead officials looking for somebody to inbound the ball. And now we have Brandon Smith. I'm noticing now, too, Brandon Smith is the one who really inbounds this ball the most, especially in this half-court setting. He'll give that one to Ryan Whitby. Now Smith, he'll get a quick trip to the lane going downhill, finishing with the left hand.
I think that's a good decision as well to have him taking the ball out, because for one, it releases the defensive pressure off of him, and most times people lose the inbounder, so it's good for like a give and get right back. And just like he did, he scored it. It's kind of hard to stick with that inbounder when they're coming at you, full speed to get the ball.
Now you have Whitby going up. He'll miss that layup. They'll last say it was touched by, I believe, Pasquotank. So Jacoby Whitby, actually not Whitby. He's trying to get somebody else now to inbound this ball as we approach 4 minutes and 31 seconds in the half.
I think Whitby was looking for a foul on that last play, but the rest are just letting them play, so it won't be too many of those tonight.
I think a few people don't mind them playing rough. I guess for some people, though, they want everything to be consistent, though. If you're going to let them play rough throughout the entirety of the game. Don't pick and choose when to make those calls. But for the most part, though, they've really held their whistles in their hand for a little bit. As Trey Barnes will get 2 points for the Panthers. Trey Barnes also one of the few players averaging a double-double in this conference. As Whitby will go over Trey Barnes. He'll miss that shot, but DeMar McNeil comes away with the offensive rebound. They'll find Bell. He'll pump fake on Whitby. He'll pass it to Stallings, who's open. That shot a little to the right, but Jacoby Whitby gets the offensive rebound. They're going to find McNeil. They don't call the offensive foul, which could have been there. The shot was blocked by Whitby as well. Actually, it was Trey Barnes with the block. Whitby almost got the rebound, but before anything escalates even further, Coach LaKendrick Lee will call a timeout. In the meantime, though, we got a special treat for everybody listening on YouTube. Also want to let you know there's still time to get tickets for Miguel, who is bringing his Chaos Tour in the Dome in Virginia Beach tomorrow, February 13th. And we're the only station in Elizabeth City that can get you in. You can register to win those tickets now online at WRVS899.com. Once again, that website is WRVS899.com. That's both teams now getting ready to break from the huddle and get back on the court. Also, once again, just want to express the gratitude for anybody listening to the stream online on YouTube at WRVS899. If you like what you hear, feel free to like, leave a comment, and if you want to see more action, also make sure to subscribe as well for more future content on the WRVS 899 channel. As Savon Bell will be the one to inbound this ball. He'll find Kylan Moore near the top of the key. He'll pass that one out to Stallings, who's guarded by Jayon Harris. Bell is guarded by Trey Barnes. He'll miss that fadeaway as Brandon Smith will bring this ball up the court. Eagles leading 26-19 as we get to the 3-minute mark in the game. As Moore will bring this one out, going left to right. And Kylan Moore with the turnaround jumper.
He's having a game so far.
Yeah, he's really been doing this thing now. Seeing now we're giving out interviews to players of the game, might want to get in on the air now. Maybe it's causing them to get a little bit more pep in his step as that's a made shot from Travian Simpson, who finds a bit of an opening, giving his team 2 more points now. That Stallings will take his time bringing this one up now. He'll be guarded by Jayon Harris. He'll pass it to Tavon Bell. And he was initially guarded by Whitby. They'll switch. Bell gets Barnes in the air again. He'll drive that one in on Whitby.
I like his use of that shot fake. Get them off their feet, even though they really shouldn't be jumping at him at the 3-point line, at least with how he's been shooting so far in this game. But it's really getting him off his feet, especially Trey Barnes. You know, he likes to block shots. So one little pump fake, and he's got a clear lane to the basket.
Yeah, when you look at the scoring breakdown for Bill so far, most of the shots have came on the inside. As we're going to get another timeout from Pasquotank. And I believe he wants to come up with a game plan just to make things a little easier for him getting there at halftime. And at halftime, they're trailing out 30-21. Maybe he wants to go in a little spurt to end the half off. The more you do now, the less you'll have to do to get back into this game, unless you can find a way to tie things up or take the lead before halftime.
I think also Coach is trying to prevent that 5-second call. A few more seconds and not finding an open person to pass to, it would have been a 5-second call.
As Northeastern will make their way back on the court again. Eagles had a 6-game winning streak snap on Tuesday against Martin County. This might be a bit of a get back for them as well. Also fighting for some bragging rights too. They've been 2-0 against Pasquotank on the season. They're looking to make that one 3-0. They're applying the full court pressure. The inbound to Smith, they give him some pressure and he got tipped. And actually they're going to call a foul against Bell while he was guarding. I believe that was Ryan Whitby.
And that's the way to use your body getting up the court. Because then next time they won't pressure you as much because they don't want to foul you again the same way.
Harris will find Whitby down low. And that's a made, is that a made triple from Damari McNeil? Actually, no, my apologies. He was on the 3-point line guarding somebody who made the shot. That's the Panthers with the 3-point make. They'll cut into that deficit now, 30-23. Styles will find McNeil. They'll pass it out again to Bill. He's guarded by Whitby. Now Pasquotank will inbound this one again. Harris telling his players where to go on that press, or to be able to beat this press, and he passes it, tries to pass it to Smith, I should say. That'll go out of bounds. That'll be a turnover against the Panthers, giving the ball back to Pasquotank.
Honestly, they're not even pressuring them that much. If they just dribble it up until they come and guard you, they would be across half by the time that would happen.
That's more. That three-point shot is a bit short, but McNeil once again gets another offensive rebound.
I don't know when they're going to start boxing him out, but the sooner they do that, the better it'll be in their favor.
And it'll prevent plays like that from happening as we get a floater for Jacoby Whidbey. Under a minute to go in the half. As Whidbey will pass that one to Smith, who pass it to Harrison. Speaking of Harrison, he'll get a traveling violation. That'll be another turnover for Pasquotank, giving the ball back to Northeastern. Northeastern has an opportunity to go up double digits again on this possession.
35-second left. You want to get the last shot?
They could hold it for all the time if they want to. Seems like they're trying to get a play started, though, as Bell will back his man out, back down Whidbey. And they're going to call a foul against Ryan Whidbey. And Coach Lee is having a discussion with the ref now, wondering why. Things did get a little physical from Bell as well. As Moore will inbound this one back to Bell again. He'll give it to Stallings, who'll find Moore in that left corner. He misses the three a little bit in that corner area on the rim. But McNeil fights for another offensive rebound. He's not going to pass it out this time. He goes back up.
I mean, he earned it. He deserves to take that one for himself. The way he's crashing those boards.
Smith
Wow.
not only gets fouled on the three-point shot, but he'll have a four-point play opportunity now after banking the three by getting fouled.
That kid's game is so exciting to watch. I mean, it's really hard. It must be really hard to stop him because he just has a will to score that, I mean, it's hard to stop. And he's shooting at 40% from the three-point line, but he's so explosive and quick and athletic that it's hard to stop him downhill. He's genuinely a three-level scorer threat.
We'll get a quick, well, he misses the free throw shot, and that'll be how we end things. The Eagles leading this one out 34-26. That was a great first half, but if you want to listen to more of it, you'll have to hold on just a little bit as we're going to go to break right quick, but stay tuned. We're going to give you a little bit more analysis when we come back. Also, some more conference action going on. We'll see if we can find you some scores there. We're going to take a quick break, though, but stay tuned for more basketball action on your high school game of the week on WRVS 89.9. Back to action now as we're getting ready to start the second half. The Eagles leading this one out 34-26 as both teams are about to get onto the floor. It's been a great battle down low for what we've seen for the most part. We had players like Damari McNeil, who was down there banging, getting a lot of offensive rebounds and creating openings for his teammates like Colin Moore, who hit a great amount of jump shots. Also, Jaquil Stallings was able to capitalize on those second chance opportunities. Also, Tavon Bell was down there cleaning up down low on the paint as well, getting some putbacks. Also for Pasquotank, you can see Trey Barnes doing his best to try to defend that interior, but it was just too many numbers against him. As they're about to start this one now, Brandon Smith gets his ball, he'll pass this one to Travian Simpson. He's guarded by Damari McNeil, and the Panthers will start this one off with a turnover as Jacoby Whitby will go in transition. Immediately scoring now, putting this one back to double figures. Eagles leading this one out 36-26.
Pasquotank has to take care of the basketball. That's what the game comes down to, especially those close games. It comes down to turnovers. Which team had the ball for majority of the possessions?
Yep, and we've seen Pasquotank after this missed layup as well. It's not going to get any easier than that, but they've committed a lot of turnovers in that first half. As you can see, Spencer missed a wide open layup. That's probably going to be the easiest look they get all game, but the Eagles having no trouble scoring now. They'll slow this one down now as Brandon Smith will bring this one up, going left to right on your radio dial.
They just need to be patient. The looks will be there. You don't want to take too many risky passes because that can come and bite you in the butt.
But especially in a situation like this, there's still plenty of basketball left. I have to play with a sense of urgency as Trey Barnes gets a block.
That's 3 blocks.
Also gets a turnover as well from Whitby, who goes in transition. I don't think Jaquil Stallings was expecting that extra pass.
I mean, he was wide open. That was a really nice no-look pass if he could have finished that.
As Jayon Harris will be the one to bring this one up now, he'll find Simpson, who goes in with the reverse layup. He'll miss it. And Tavon Bell comes away with the rebound. Stallings, one man left to beat. He goes to pump fake, and
good block.
Smith is still there with the block. As Harris will pass this one to Simpson. He's guarded by Jacoby Whitby. He'll find Brandon Smith, who pulls from that left corner. He'll miss that one, and Colin Moore will get a rebound.
Very rare he misses wide open threes. You want to make sure that that's one of the very few, if any more, that he gets.
Yep, that's speaking of rebounds. Damari McNeil came away with offensive rebound, but he can't hold on to it. That'll be a turnover on him, giving the possession back to Pasquotank.
I mean, McNeil had 10 rebounds in the last match, and I'm pretty sure he'll probably get that 10 rebound mark again as he's already at 8.
Yep, also now it's a 10-point deficit as Brandon Smith makes a layup. And for his standards, he's been kind of quiet tonight. I mean, he's scored a few times, but we usually see him getting more, but he's usually in double figures by now as Bill misses that 3-point shot, but McNeil comes away with another offensive rebound.
I mean, the Eagles have to thank McNeil. He's getting his team so many extra possessions, and he's being unselfish, kicking it out to them. Also
loving the effort. You can see he falls on that loose ball. Maybe fell on the ball so hard, though, might have hurt the abdominal area. May have landed right on the basketball. He needs some assistance from the ref and his teammate to get up.
He's such a hustler. He's a kid you want to play for your team as a coach and as a teammate because he does the dirty work. He hustles the extra mile so that his teammates don't have to. I mean, it'd be nice, but, you know, you have to have at least one of those on every team. And,
Stallings will get fouled on that layup. Also had a substitution for the Panthers as number 33, Kenny Marshall, comes in for Trey Barnes. Also want to apologize to everybody listening on the radio side. Had a few technical difficulties, but we're back now. Hoping to give you the conclusion of this game. Still in the third quarter, though, so still plenty of basketball left, but hopefully everybody's still able to listen to the stream pretty well. As Jaquil Stallings will go up for the first free throw. That one will rim off. Eagles leading this one 38-28. as we're getting around that 5-minute mark. He'll go up for the second free throw. That one goes in, so he'll extend the lead to 11 now for Northeastern. He'll get this one to Harris, who finds Spencer down low. He'll get this one to Smith. He had an open lane from what we saw initially, but he passed that one to Simpson in the corner. A bit of a miscommunication from Pasquotank, and that miscommunication leads to Stallings getting an open look in transition.
I think if Smith sees a lane that clear, he should take it by all means.
He took the lane this time, and he'll get fouled going up. Still have an opportunity to put 2 points on the board. Brandon Smith also shooting 76% from that charity stripe like we were talking about earlier. Can shoot everywhere from an efficient clip.
You definitely have to attack the defense, especially someone like him. You're a threat everywhere. It's going to be completely hard to stop you at every single level. So, especially when your team's kind of trailing a few, you got to start putting the pressure, get to the line, score while the clock is stopped, or get some easy buckets at the rim.
Yep, he managed to convert a few of those free throws right here now. The Panthers trailing this one out 41-30 as we get under 4.5 minutes. Kobe Whitby put number 33, Kenny Marshall, on the island, and he'll pull up right on them near that charity stripe. He'll give his team 43 points now. Eagles up by 13 as we get near the halfway point in this third quarter of action.
Whitby came out the half hot.
Sometimes I feel like as a coach, you might not like that at times because you spend that entire 10 minutes at the half coming up with a game plan, and then the exact opposite happens, so it just feels like you just had all of that effort wasted.
Exactly.
As they'll inbound this one to Marshall, who gives it to Harris. Harris will find Smith, who's all pass out of a potential double team as Harris, I believe that shot might have gotten tipped by Tavon Bill.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's blocked it or if they're just off.
They're on the far side of the court now. All I know is, though, that shot didn't make it to the rim. As now, Pasquotank will inbound this one again. Smith will inbound it to Simpson. As they'll find Jaden Mitchell, who misses the three-point shot. Brandon Smith comes away with the rebound, and he'll go back up, giving his team 2 more points. So for the layup, Panthers now trailing this one 43-42 as we get to the 3.5-minute mark. Whitby finds an open lane downhill. Wanted to call a goaltend. It looked like Smith did block the ball, but it hit the rim while blocking it, but they get a turnover. But this time he'll make the layup. I don't even think he noticed Simpson there looking to try to get a chase down. Simpson pulled back the range just a bit, though, didn't want to get a foul. We're going to get an offensive foul this time, though. This one to be on Zacoby Whitby. Looked like he may have fouled Simpson on that pass. As it looks like now, Mekhi Williams will get ready to check his way into the game. He'll come in for Tavon Bell. Both players this time making sure not to get in foul trouble, even though Williams hasn't really seen the floor as much this game. And actually, I stand corrected. It'll be Zacoby Whitby coming out of the game, so we'll have Bell and Williams in the contest. They'll inbound this one to Jayon Harris. Also another multi-sport athlete, also plays football.
You've got to find Mitchell in that corner when he's open. He's a really good shooter.
Yep, and unfortunately, they won't get the 3, but they will get 2 points from Marshall, who they find down low. It'll be a 45-34 lead now for the Eagles. Shaquille Stallings is guarded by Brandon Smith now. He'll get this one to Bill. Smith will switch on to Bill. He'll try to go downhill. He'll make that one. I want to say that's more so of a floater instead of a layup. I wouldn't say exactly a pull-up, but either way, that's still 2 points for the Eagles. As we're going to get a quick turnaround jumper from Jayon Harris, who banks that one in.
That's the second one of the night. I wonder if he practices that exact turnaround shot.
If we're going to get a quick 4-point swing now as well, as Brandon Smith gets a steal and he'll lay that one up, and that'll be how we just pause things for a bit. Not going to conclude anything right now. We're just going to take a quick break though, but stay tuned to see how this third quarter plays out on WRVS 89.9. And if you are on the YouTube channel, be sure to like, comment, and also leave a subscription if you want to keep on listening to more basketball action. Back to action now off of a foul on Jayon Harris. Actually, that'll be on Brandon Smith. My apologies. Jayon Harris is getting into position. As the Eagles are leading this one out 47-38. A little over a minute and a half to go in the third quarter.
They turn this 10-point deficit into a 5-point deficit. Basketball is a game about runs. If you can stay composed and stay calm and poised through those runs, it can turn into literally a 10 to 5 points in an instance. All you need to go on is a quick run, which is what Pasquotank has done.
There's still plenty of time for them to tie things up as Brandon Smith makes the second free throw now. Panthers trailing this one 47-40 with a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. As Bell will try to back down Simpson. He'll spin, or he'll pull up off of the spin move, and he'll get 2 points for the Eagles. They're leading 49-40 now as we get closer to that 1 minute mark. Harris will find Barnes down low, and he gets the ball taken from him by McNeil. He'll slow things down and hand the ball off to Shaquille Stallings. Stallings telling Williams where to go down low. Maybe trying to set him up for an opening. Post up Barnes. He'll go up a little strong on that play. He hit the backboard, but it doesn't hit the rim on his way down. And Pasquotank comes away with the rebound. Smith will find Mitchell, who shoots that one from the right wing. Too short on that play. It goes right into the hands of Bell, who does a no-look pass to McNeil on the break. He'll miss the layup, but Stallings is there with the rebound. He gets fouled on the layup, and he'll have an opportunity to go to the free throw line now for an extra point.
And with that bucket, you now have 3 players in double digits, Stallings, Bell, and Whitby on Northeastern versus Pasquotank. They only have 1 person in double digits, which that is Smith with 14 points. So kind of want to share the ball, get some assists, get the team flowing all together, and get the other team involved as well. But Smith continue to attack them.
Yep, as we get a made free throw from Stallings now. It's giving the Eagles 52 points, under 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. As Simpson will get fouled on the floater, and he'll have an opportunity to go to the free throw line as well. Before he takes those free throws, also want to let you all know once again, too, that we're still giving out some tickets to the Miguel Chaos Tour concert at the Dome in Virginia. And that concert will be tomorrow, February 13th, so be sure to register as fast as you can at WRVS899.com. As Simpson makes the first free throw. Panthers trailing by 11 now. He'll get set to take that second free throw. And he'll make the second free throw, 2 of 2 on that free throw set. Stallings will pass this one to Bell. Manages to weave past Simpson. He gets downhill, and I believe he got fouled on that layup. And Pasquotank side does not like that call at all, as you can probably hear from their boos in the background. Bell isn't trying to hear any of that noise. He's trying to get set for that free throw. As he'll make the first free throw.
That's how you silence the crowd.
Absolutely. As you can see, too, the cheerleaders from both Pasquotank and Northeastern in here. Not a bit of a cheering battle that we had on Tuesday night, but both cheerleaders giving their team support as Bell makes the second free throw as well now. Eagles leading this one by 12 with 10 seconds left. Smith guarded by Colin Moore. He'll find Mitchell. He pass back to Smith, who takes the three from the right wing, and he makes it. He beats the buzzer.
That was pretty.
And that'll be a good way to cut into that deficit going into the fourth quarter. Your score, the Eagles, 54-45. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned to see this next fourth quarter action and see how everything plays out on your high school game of the week, only on WRVS 89.9. Also on our WRVS 89 YouTube channel as well. If you're liking this broadcast, be sure to like the video, leave a few more comments, and be sure to subscribe for more action at WRVS 89.9, your community voice. All right. How much time you got? Yeah, I can come in after that.
I've been updating them since, and I'm pretty sure I'm good. Brandon Smith with 17.
You said what? Barnes will pass this one out to Smith. He makes the three-point shot from the right wing.
He's at 20 points now, and From the view that I have, that was dead center.
As we're going to get an over and back against, I believe that'll be against the Kill Stallions of the Eagles. Looks like now Pasquotank starting to get a little bit more momentum to end this game off.
I think Stallions just didn't know his real estate, didn't know where he was on the court.
That's now inbound this one to Smith, who finds Spencer. He'll give it to Harris, who finds McDaniels from that left wing. That one a rim off, but Trey Barnes is there with the second chance opportunity. The Eagles will get the rebound. They're going in transition. Stallions with the no look pass to Makai Williams. Making it now a 62-48 game going in the Eagles' way.
That's exactly what you want Williams to do. You just want him to take up space in that paint, drive for dump-offs to find him. Give him easy buckets because you know he's going to finish.
Yeah, speaking of buckets as well, McDaniels, he'll step in a little bit to create an open shot, and he'll drain his own jump shot to get his first points on the night. Bill now guarded by McDaniels. Put on a little bit of dribble. Showing off his dribble package. Getting a little fancy on the team. He'll lay that one up.
Tavon Bell leading all scorers with 21 points. You don't want a player like him to get his momentum and get his flow start going with the crowd involved, because he definitely feeds off of that.
But that's Brandon Smith. He misses that three-point shot. They're going to say it was last touch by Pasquotank. Giving the ball back to the white jerseys. Makai Williams be the one to inbound this one. Pasquotank applying that full court pressure. That's very, very light full court pressure. That actually might have just seemed like they were just taking their time getting back past half court. As they'll get this one to Moore, who'll pull up from the free throw line. He'll miss that shot. But thanks to the hustle from Williams, Tavon Bell can get that second chance rebound. He'll tip that one to him. Up and under move, or over and under move, I should say, from Shaquille Stallions. It seems like now Stallions and Bell just showing off all the tricks in their bag now. Getting a little fancy. Eagles up now by 16 as we get to the halfway point. Also, everybody listen, stay tuned after the game as well. We'll be giving you an interview of our player of the game. WRVS 89.9's player of the game, already trying to set that in stone as McDaniel misses that three-point shot, and it'll go out of bounds, giving the ball back to the Eagles. Going to get a few substitutions as Jacoby Whitby comes in for Makai Williams. Also for the Panthers, you have the Travian Simpson and Zaire Turner making their way into the game for Tashawn Spencer and Matt McDaniels. As Tavon Bell bringing this up the court slowly. Bell will take the screen from McNeil. He'll go downhill again. Yep, and he's just doing everything effortlessly now.
Bell is having a night. He is having a night.
As they're approaching their season average of just 70 points per game. As Bell also getting a rebound. He'll pass that one to Whitby. That ball will go out of bounds after getting swiped. I believe that was from Travian Simpson. Also, while we have an opportunity, just want to call out a few more milestones for some of these players. But Tavon Bell passing 300 total points on the regular season so far. He came into this game with a total of 294 points on the season.
Oh, wow.
Also for Damari McNeil, I'm pretty sure he's probably hit 100 points total on the season. Coming into this game, he had 94.
Okay. Nice bucket from Whitby. I like that floater.
It seems like he's trying to get in on the action now as we get near the 3-minute mark.
Lots of buckets to go around.
Jacoby Whitby, this team's leading scorer, averaging 17 points a game. Had 13 points in the loss against Martin County as McNeil comes away with another rebound. That's what I really should have took track of with McNeil, just his total rebounds, as we're going to get a corner three from Bill. That one rims off. The Travian Simpson gets the rebound.
I'm pretty sure McNeil has about 10 now, just like the last game. I think that was his 10th one, if my keeping track is accurate.
That pass, that'll be too hard of a shot from Harris. Speaking of Jayon Harris, while we have some time, just want to send a warm congratulations for him. I heard he actually committed to Virginia Union University.
Absolutely. Great milestone to hit.
Yep, as we're going to get a fancy layup from Jacoby Whitby as well. A lot of talent on this floor coming from both teams.
They're just showing off now, beating down on this Pasquotank team.
Yep, and speaking of, even though this is a basketball game, Harris committed to Virginia Union for football. As a lot of people know, he plays running back for Pasquotank. And as what we've seen for Virginia Union, when you listen to our ECSU broadcast, that's a good running team, great offensive line. I feel like he'll thrive there. And hope he has continued success on the next level, as we're going to get a made shot from DeTravian Simpson.
At the end of the game, you want to get your seniors in and let your seniors finish this senior night game off.
Yep, looks like everybody's getting excited now because Dominic Stallings about to check into the game. Also at that scorer's table waiting to get in will be number 23, Jalen Barcliff. Also, I can give you the other Eagles senior as soon as we can get a good view of his number. As you can see, a few people in the stands making their way out, and they are actually some of the smartest people in this gymnasium. Absolutely. Trying to go ahead and get out before the traffic gets real brutal.
Beat that traffic because it's a packed lot out there.
Yep, as Whitby makes the first free throw, and they are in the game, and you can hear the excitement in the gymnasium. Dominic Stallings enters the contest again. Also in the contest, number 23, Jalen Barcliff. Also in for the Eagles, number 30, LaDon White. And also in there for the white jerseys will be number 23, Jalen Barcliff. As Barcliff gets the rebound on the free throw.
Get on the stat sheet then.
As Makai Baum ends up missing that one in. Barcliff ended up fouling. I believe that was Simpson on that layup and on the fast break. As getting a bit of the, actually, yeah, that might actually make things easier for you from what they're announcing. They're just telling everybody in the gymnasium, stay in their seats when this game is over, to let the team get into the locker room, let them settle in, and then they can leave. But
absolutely.
With some action like this, I wouldn't want to leave anytime soon, but there's some people already getting a head start, though. They're making their way out. As they'll inbound this one to Jacoby Whitby. He'll pass this one to Baum. Whitby recovers that loose ball, but I believe they said that may have been over and back against Whitby. And now, speaking of Whitby, Ryan Whitby for the Panthers will be the one inbounding this ball. And they'll give it back to Whitby off of the inbound. He'll pull up. He'll make that shot over number 13. Actually, number 23, Jalen Barcliff for the Eagles. So we're going to get a hard foul in transition to look like that was LaDon White for the Eagles. He got fouled on that layup. So he'll have an opportunity to get his first points on the night. Also, stay tuned because, if possible, we will give you a post-game wrap-up as White makes the first free throw. As both teams, well, all teams now in this area getting ready for the conference tournament that'll take place next week. We'll pass this one to Simpson, who shoots it from the left corner. That shot too short. They'll give this one to Whitby. Barclay was the one with the rebound. Whitby take it right to left. LaDon White is signaling to him that he's open.
Oh yeah, finish that.
Whitby found an opportunity. They called a foul on Jacoby Whitby. They're gonna say it was on the floor though, so he won't get some free throw shots.
As a player, you're like, man, just let me score that bucket.
Yeah, he wanted to go up with that one. As it'll be Makai Baum inbounding this one. He'll get that one to Whitby. Whitby a pull from that left corner. It goes in. Eagles with 77 points, over the regular average of 70 points per game. As Whitby, they'll say he got fouled on the shot. It'll be a blocking foul against the Eagles. As Whitby now will go to the free throw line now. Ryan Whitby shooting 47% from the free throw line on the season. Once again, this is the last regular season game of the 2025-2026 season. He'll miss that first free throw.
Really enjoyed covering this team. I'm definitely going to miss doing their games in this gym. It's a really good gym to call. You always feel the energy from the crowd and the fans, and especially the players and the coaches, man. They play really hard every time we at least come and see them.
And you never know, though. We may give you some postseason action. Always keep your ear out, though. And that's another reminder for you to subscribe to that YouTube channel, as we're going to get a missed three-point shot from Stallings. Yeah, like I was saying, though, make sure, though, if you do want to stay tuned for more streaming services, so hit that subscribe button. Make sure to also leave a like and a comment on the video if you enjoyed the stream. We enjoy bringing it to you. Hopefully you enjoy listening to us as well. Also got to give a shout out to Andrea Lulu Burden for the camera skills. Also our technical director, Maya Cole. As we're going to get a missed three from Simpson.
Goodness.
As LaDon White he got the steal. Stallings can't hold on to the ball, though, in transition. Looks like, though, Coach Ronald Nixon was trying to give him some points, or trying to say that was a foul, well, a shooter foul, trying to get him some free throw shots. They won't say that. Only 5 seconds left to go in the ball game, though. Let's see if they can give it to him. This will be his final regular season game. Looked like that might have been an offensive foul against Stallings. I don't know if they saw it, but it'll be the Eagles inbound in this one again. Barcliffe finds Stallings. He might have the final shot of the regular season. It rims home.
It was so close.
It'll be an interesting, anticlimactic, but a good way for the Eagles to end this game off. It'll be a clean sweep. Your Eagles, they win this game 77-58. As we're going to get a bit of a pause, and now you see both teams now, they're going back and forth at one another. A little bit more dubious than usual. Stay tuned, and we're going to try to get you the player of the game. Wait, are you talking about for the Eagles? This player of the game as well. Once again, though, your Eagles victorious. The final score, I believe, 77-58. The Eagles will go on to a 16-3 record, 8-2 on the conference. I'm pretty sure they're hoping that Hertford County can take care of things against Martin County. That'll tie up that record. Unfortunately for the Panthers, they'll finish the regular season 14-8. 3-7 on the conference. They were ranked number 5, right below First Flight. Also number 3 in the conference was Caratuck. We're going to get ready for a special treat, actually, for the post game. Karina Scott bringing quite a personnel with her. Going to get ready to give you that as well. Also, stay tuned, like I was saying earlier. The next time you'll see these two teams in action will be in the conference tournament. That'll take place next week. But enough about me as well. I'm gonna soon as soon as they're completely ready, I believe they're trying to make sure everybody get out of here safely. We're gonna do a little bit something a little bit different for our seniors as well. So we're also not only gonna bring in the player of the game, Savon Bell, also we're gonna get in some interview questions for seniors and Kobe Whitby as well. I'll hand the reins off to you now, Karina.
Congratulations on a win and also a 3-0 sweep on Pasquotank. You finished this night with 22 points on your senior night. What was going through your mind to have such a monster performance in front of your family, friends, and this whole crowd?
It's the last game. I just wanted to play with, have fun. Just win for the family.
Absolutely, absolutely. Congratulations again. And I'll ask Bell a question and get you guys out of here real soon.
Thank you.
You really feel out the stat sheet tonight. You had 23 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, few steals, and your fair share of assists. What fueled this performance again to have a 3-0 sweep on Pasquotank, your rivals?
I really had a bad game last night. I was really trying to make up for the last game. Me and my team really came in the game plan just to play hard for real.
What did it mean to get this win for your seniors?
It felt great. The last time playing with my senior against them, whole time rivalry, felt great.
Absolutely. Congratulations. I'll get your coach real quick. Coach, congratulations on this win. Like I told your players, 3-0 sweep on Pasquotank. In this rivalry atmosphere, what is it like to coach, especially on senior night? What is it like to coach these boys, keep them calm and poised to have the performance they did tonight?
It's a job, tell you that. But first and foremost, I want to thank my Savior, Jesus Christ, who head of my life. Most people don't know that I'm the first graduating class of Pasquotank County High School.
Wow.
So it's really big for me and it's big for the community. The kids come every day prepared after a loss that we lost to Martin County. But we are a resilient bunch of group.
Absolutely. And just talk a little bit about this group of seniors that you had tonight, playing their last regular season game in this gym.
Amazing, amazing. We've been through it all, through thick and thin, the summertime. It started, we built our foundation in the summertime. We got a lot of critics out here saying that we took pretty good this year, but we like to prove our critics wrong. And it starts with the leadership of our seniors.
Absolutely. Congratulations again, Coach. I'll let you go enjoy with your team.
Thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you.
All right.
Yeah, that's Karina giving you a triple threat interview as well, interviewing the players, Zacoby Whitby, his final regular season game here in Northeastern High School. Also Tavon Bell, who had an impressive showing tonight. Also want to give out some credit, though, wasn't player of the game, but to Damari McNeil, who was just gobbling up those offensive rebounds as well. Just want to give him a bit of an honorable mention. We see the work he's putting in down low, doing stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but that'll be how we end things off now for our high school game of the week. Also, want to give a huge thank you to Maya Cole, our technical director. Also, Andrea Lulu Burden, providing you the visuals and the camera skills. Also, want to send a shout out to Jabriel, Devontae, and Lily in the studio. And, of course, our executive producer and program director, Clay Mercer. You got to thank him for putting all of this together. I'm also Jarvis Riddick, also our broadcast partner. Also, our interviewer, Karina Scott, ECSU women's basketball player as well. She'll be in action soon. Make sure you watch the CIAA Network stream to see her in action as well and show your support for her. And I'm also Jarvis Riddick. And that'll be how we end things off. The Northeastern Eagles with a clean sweep. The JV boys got a victory. The varsity girls got a victory. And now the varsity boys come away with a victory. Stay tuned for more action on WRVS 89.9, your community voice on the radio station. Also on the YouTube. Once again, we appreciate you all listening. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. So if you like the video, then like the video. We'll see you soon, though. Everybody stay safe out there.